Right now, your brain is lying to you. You think height, a chiseled jawline, or some elite genetic code dictates everything. Most guys think that women are only attracted to those superficial, surface-level traits. Most guys think if they don't look like a movie star, the game is completely over for them. The ridiculous truth is that genetics make up only a tiny fraction of the equation. The human body reacts before the mouth even speaks. When a girl looks at you in those first 3 seconds, she is not scanning your DNA, she is scanning your energy. She is scanning the absolute stillness and grounded presence you project. Most guys completely fail this silent test because they are drowning in their own anxiety. Today, I'm giving you exactly 5 psychological style signals. 5 specific techniques that will create an unconscious magnetic pull, a heavy tension that makes her obsessed, crazy about you, and utterly addicted before you even have the chance to say hello. Let me be real with you for a second. I have been exactly where you are. I used to think natural charisma was just a genetic lottery that I didn't win. I used to be that pathetic nice guy, torturing myself every single night with overthinking that drove me insane. I thought if I just tried harder, if I threw on the most expensive designer clothes, loud shirts with massive logos, women would finally pay attention to me. The result? I turned myself into an absolute clown begging for validation. I embarrassed myself. I walked into rooms and the only energy I radiated was pure desperation. Psychologists call this visual anxiety. That forced, desperate effort creates an immediate attraction collapse, and once that happens, no amount of texting is ever bringing it back. Stop. Take a slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Zero pressure. Listen to me, bro. Throw away the mindset that you need luxury brands to cover up your insecurities. Women do not care about the price tag on your collar. What they are unconsciously looking for is natural boundaries. Look at the masses of men out there. Half of them wear baggy, shapeless clothes that swallow them whole. Their unconscious psychology is broadcasting a brutal signal. This is an immature boy who cannot control his own life. The other half, wearing suffocating, skin-tight shirts. What is the signal there? Look at me, I am desperately trying to impress you. The harsh truth, people who are comfortable with themselves never feel the need to convince anyone else. The sweet spot lies in the boundaries of stillness. The shoulder seam of your shirt needs to sit exactly on the edge of your shoulder bone. It creates a quiet, masculine frame. You aren't forcing it. When your clothes fit perfectly, you stop adjusting them. You stand taller. Your mind shifts from anxious confusion to an empowered state. It sends out the invisible message, I own this space. Second, visual noise. Most people think attraction is about standing out by being loud. They panic at the silence, so they fill it with noise on their outfits. Chaotic patterns, blinding colors. That visual chaos immediately forces a woman's nervous system into a tense, defensive state. The secret of the dark art of disinterest lies in absolute stillness. Use grounded, core color palettes. Black, charcoal gray, navy. That is not boring. When she looks at a man wearing a grounded color palette, her nervous system automatically cools down. She feels anchored, safe. Women do not fall in love with what they see. They fall in love with the feeling of safety their nervous system registers when they are around you. And here is the third weapon. The memory anchor through scent. So many knave guys think that bathing in half a bottle of expensive cologne is going to overwhelm her in a good way. Fatal mistake. It only suffocates her and flags you as a guy starving for attention. Scent is wired directly into the memory and emotion centers of the brain. The ultimate rule of the game, fragrance must be discovered, not announced. A little bit of disinterest, a little bit of hidden mystery. Just one subtle spray on the collarbone. It only reveals itself when she accidentally steps into your personal, private space. And here is the psychological magic. When she randomly catches a similar scent in a coffee shop 3 days later, her brain will automatically conjure up your image. You are invading her thoughts even when you aren't in the room. The obsession begins. Fourth weapon, a microscopic detail that carries absolute destructive power. Most men are completely blind to this. I am talking about your hands and your fingernails. Women possess an innate, hyper-tuned radar designed to scan the tiny details that we guys usually ignore. You could be wearing the perfect outfit, have the perfect bodily proportions, and project an intoxicating scent. But the exact moment you reach out to hand her a drink or you casually graze her arm, and she sees fingernails bitten down to the bloody quick or grimy, unwashed hands, that entire masculine illusion shatters instantly. This is not about getting some fancy professional manicure. This is raw evolutionary survival psychology. What is the unconscious signal that dirty hands broadcast? It screams, this man cannot even take care of his own basic hygiene. He is completely out of control of his own life. So how could he possibly have the capacity to protect or provide for anyone else? Most guys out there never understand why a girl suddenly turns cold and creates distance out of nowhere. It is because her nervous system just received a severe danger signal. Do not be that clueless fool. Keep your hands immaculate. When you possess grounded, well-groomed hands, you are silently transmitting the message of a highly disciplined man who commands absolute self-respect and possesses ultimate safety boundaries. And now the fifth signal, the final puzzle piece to lock her mind in a cage. The relaxed frame and behavioral synchrony. You have the perfect fit, you have the silent colors, you have the memory anchor scent. But if you stand there flexing and stiff like a terrified statue, with your eyes darting around out of pure anxiety, the magnetic pull evaporates. The technique here is intentional comfort. Unbutton that top button. Roll up your sleeves to expose your forearms. Walk and move as if you are casually strolling through your own private living room. Psychologists call this behavioral synchrony. Human beings are literally hardwired to mimic the energy of the person standing in front of them. When your physical body loosens up, when you show up with absolute stillness and the dark art of disinterest, her nervous system automatically drops its weapons. She relaxes, and the most primal, raw attraction only blossoms when she is in a completely non-defensive state. Right here, let's slow down. Listen to me very carefully. The final truth behind all these techniques is going to destroy your illusions. Most men think they have to dress well to impress women, to trade their effort for a nod, a smile, or a crumb of her attention. That is the mindset of a weak, validation-starved NPC. The brutal reality is this: your style is never, ever for the woman. It is your own personal psychological armor. When you feel completely grounded and powerful inside that armor, the insecure voice in your head gets permanently silenced. You stop overthinking. You stop agonizing over whether you look stupid or not. You walk into a room not to beg for approval, but to simply enjoy your own existence. You drop into a state of absolute stillness. Drama is what stirs a woman's emotions, and there is nothing more dramatic and captivating than a man who is entirely unbothered by her beauty. Women never fall in love with the fabric draped over your shoulders. They become dangerously addicted to the quiet, overpowering, and unshakable energy you radiate. Now you know exactly how to establish that unconscious magnetic pull. The armor is set. She has her eyes glued to you. The tension is escalating. The trap is laid. But brother, knowing how to trigger attraction is one thing. Knowing how to control the frame is another beast entirely. The absolute second you open your mouth, the real game begins. So many guys build up a level 10 visual attraction, but the moment they speak, their brain freezes, they stutter, they drop a weak joke, and they are instantly downgraded to a pathetic loser. You cannot allow all this groundwork to collapse just because you do not know how to wield your words. That is exactly why you must watch my next video on Master the Art of Conversation. Click the video on your screen right now, and I will show you exactly how to hack into her mind with a single sentence.